Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought it would be fun to go through some of the books we are planning to read this fall. Both our favorite picture books that we pull out every year and some new chapter books that we are really excited about reading. We are heading into one of my favorite reading seasons. The cooler weather, cozy blankets, hot drinks. It's just the perfect time to curl up with a good book. Whether it's a 10-minute read before bed or a chapter book that we slowly enjoy over a few weeks. Let's start with our tried and true picture books. These are ones that we come back to every single year, and they just feel like the start of fall for us at this point. First up is The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, a total classic. I don't even remember when we started this tradition, but we always read the book and then watch the movie, and it just makes the season feel official. It is simple, nostalgic, and we always end up quoting it for weeks afterwards. If you've never read the book version, it follows Lioness waiting faithfully in the pumpkin patch for the Great Pumpkin. It's sweet, it's funny, and it is full of heart. Then we have Balloons Over Broadway. Now, this one is a little different from your typical Thanksgiving book, and that's really what I love about it. It tells the story of Tony Sarge, the puppeteer behind the giant balloons at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It's a mix of biography and creativity that inspires kids to think outside of the box. Next is Pick a Pumpkin. Bright, cheerful, and really just fun. The illustrations are so vibrant, it feels like you are right there at the pumpkin patch. It walks through the entire pumpkin picking experience, from choosing your pumpkins to carving them, and it is just full of fall vibes. Then we always pair that with Thanksgiving in the Woods. This one is just beautiful. The message, the setting, the sense of togetherness. It's one of those quiet, peaceful reads that reminds us of the joy of gathering and giving thanks. It's inspired by a real-life family tradition of hosting an outdoor Thanksgiving feast in the woods. And the illustrations are so warm and cozy. Now, let's switch gears a little bit, and now we're going to read about chapter books. Now we're going to talk about chapter books. This fall is actually a big reading milestone for us because it's the first year we're really leaning into chapter book read-alouds. We've done a great job all year really building up that rhythm, and so I want to carry it through into the fall, even though we will technically be out of school. It has been such a sweet way to connect at the end of the day or while we're eating lunch or my daughter is just doing something creative. Now, I wasn't totally sure what order we would read these in, but after kind of thinking through them, I think we're going to kick things off with our 2 unit studies and then just keep reading books after that. So first on our list is The Lemonade War. We are doing this little mini unit study from my friend Katie over at Life in the Mundane. It is such a fun way to just kind of squeeze in some language arts practice with vocabulary, and there's a few writing prompts and even some like really fun simple activities and crafts. So it feels academic, but without being overwhelming, and it will help us transition from school into our break. The book follows a brother and sister who get into a business competition to sell lemonade. And so it weaves in math and money and family dynamics into a fun, easy to read story. Then after that, we will move into Stuart Little. And for this one, we are using the unit from Little Readers Clubhouse. We haven't used anything from her before, so I'm really excited to see how it works for us. And then, of course, we will watch the movie when we finish the book as kind of our big end of the year celebration. Honestly, that sealed a deal on me for the order, like doing the books and then the movie night, so perfect. If you're not familiar with Stuart, he is a brave mouse who goes on big adventures in search of his friend. It is a classic E.B. White storytelling, gentle and a little quirky. Once we wrap those up, we'll shift into just some cozy fall fun reads. One we are really looking forward to is A Wolf Called Wander. I've heard so many good things about this one, and it just feels like the right vibe for fall. Adventure, nature, a little bit of heart. It's based on a true story of a wolf who traveled over 1,000 miles through the Pacific Northwest, and it's told from the wolf's perspective, which I think is going to be really cool and really engaging. Then we have The Train to Impossible Places. This one has been sitting on our shelf for a while, and it's probably the biggest book that we have tackled so far. I picked it for the fall because we'll have more time to kind of spread it out, really actually hopefully get through the whole thing and enjoy it. It's about a girl who discovers a magical mail train that runs through impossible places, and she ends up on a wild adventure to save a prince trapped in a snow globe. I don't know. Sounds pretty fun. And then finally, we are going to wrap things up with The Vanderbeekers on 141st Street. Now, I know. We are so late to the party, but this book has been recommended by so many people that I trust, and it just sounds like the perfect cozy family story to enjoy as we head into the cooler months. It follows 5 siblings who come together and try to save their home before Christmas, and it just sounds like one of those books that makes you want to hug your family a little tighter. So that is our fall reading stack. Picture books, some unit studies, some fun chapter read-aloud, some fun chapter book read-alouds, and I think that will really carry us through the season well. And if you are curious about what's on our list for winter, I do have a few things picked out already, because of course I do. So if you want a video on that, let me know down in the comments and I'll be happy to put that together for you. But that is it for today's video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.